What? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oh, when I think about. Welcome to Saturday afternoon. What is up, YouTube world? Yeah, it is today. It is a day. It's Sabado and happy MLK weekend. For those who don't know about MLK weekend, let me give you a full flash forward. His last days of his life, he was very revolutionary. People, please look up the Poor People's Campaign. And then also, too, if you don't know, his last speech, I believe, was April 3rd, 1968, where it was the garbage strike in Memphis. And so talking about wages and what have you, he was not a fan of a lot of mainstream Black people and revolutionaries. So, but welcome to the show, y'all. Did you guys have a good year so far? A good year. I got something on my. Yes, this is a daytime booze and boobs. I think it's appropriate to just be in the day sometimes rather than like, I am a vampire, but I'm around in the day. So let's get into our transitional government, shall we? Let's go. Goals. News. Hey, let's see what's going on in the news, shall we? Let's go. All right. White people are going to try to evade Washington, D.C. and 50 other states. We try to tell y'all. Let's see. Joe Biden comes out with a plan. Oh my God, a plan. Dealing with COVID. I'm going to say COVID because that's what it is. It's COVID. I'm not afraid of the word. And then the economics of that. Now, before I get people saying that, like, oh, I am not. Let me just put this out there. I do vote Democrat majority of the time. I am registered as a Democrat. I do not like the Democratic Party. I have an issue with the Democratic Party. I have an issue with the fact that we still do not have free healthcare. We do not have a talk. Recently, we're having a conversation about reparations. The Democratic Party has used the Black vote for the longest time. And yes, I do donate to people like Nina Turner. I donated to the brother out of Louisiana, out of Baton Rouge, who did the Connie video. The point is, there is a certain Black sector that in order to play the game, you got to play chess. Okay? I don't like playing the game. It sucks. It's stupid. It's a waste of time. I get it. I'm right with you. But in order to get what you want, especially reparations, you have to play the game. You can't just sit back and be like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to vote. That's not how it works. They don't listen to people that aren't seen. Okay, so that's not how it works. So let's move on from that. Okay, all right. So, oh, My Pillow Guy, Washington Post catches My Pillow Guy CEO notes on martial law. This is how low they've stooped. My Pillow Guy. Yeah. We've stooped to the point of My Pillow Guy is actually Mike Lindell, an avid Trump backer, headed to the White House and aimed the Insurrection Act. So, Fuckface right here had his notes all open and for the people to notice that they are planning something else. I just don't understand these people. I don't understand them. I can't understand it, baby. I just don't understand it. Hold on. Yeah, so that's Mike Lindell. And then in other news, oh my gosh, in other news, white people finally realized that we were right. That's actually that's the other news. I just said that. That's just news to them, not to us. Let's see. I've got something else. Okay. Salute to the NRA. You're filing for bankruptcy because you're trying to run away from Letitia James in New York. Congratulations to you, NRA. You're still going to be fined when you go to Texas. Cases never escape. This is how stupid they are. So the NRA, the National Rifle Association, dumps New York, and they are going to reincorporate in Texas. Is Texas not part of the United States? Really, seriously, white people, come on. If you know anything about law, you'll still be tried against the crimes that you did in the state of New York, even though you moved to Texas in the present. I'm not a lawyer, but this is just basic shit. But their new strategic God, words, I'm having problems with words. New strategic plan on Friday that involves reconstructing from New York to a nonprofit in Texas and filing for a bankruptcy amid financial woes. No, it's trust me, it's not the drink. It's the fact that like certain things that I cannot. You try saying Sally sells t-shirts by the. Don't judge me. So yeah, NRA is escaping to Texas, which means what? Nothing. You are still going to get in trouble for what you did in New York. Doesn't escape. All right, moving on. Stupid white people shit. Yeah, I said it. Excuse me. Stupid 57%. That means not all white people. If you know who the 57% are, you know who I'm talking about. All right. I like this one. This one is about the Texas realtor who went to DC, who tried to take over the government, and she made it easy for feds to find her. And so this is Gina Ryan. And Gina Ryan, I don't even have to read this story because she's out of Midland, Texas, which is a upper middle class part of Texas. For those who don't know, you Texas people know. She took a private jet to Washington, D.C. for the insurrection, thinking that, I'm just doing 1776. Okay, before I go further, 1776. If you people don't know about 1776, we're the British. Oh, wait. Are the British invading the capital? We're the red hats. Oh, wait, there are red hats. That's close. That's good. That's good. But are the British coming to take over? I just want to, if this is 1776, that's when, okay, this is why civics and American real history is very important. This is not like 1776. God, people read a fucking book. So the federal authorities continue to meticulously comb through the hours of videos and hundreds of photos of last week's deadly riot. Um, Texas real estate agent Jennifer Leigh Ryan was arrested on Friday for her role on January 6th attack. And she also posted many times over what was going on during the violence of January 6th. Um, she took a private jet to DC to stop the steal, and she took a picture of her uh, and that private jet, saw the photos, and she was so excited to stop the steal. She didn't realize that she was a treasonous. See, God, ugh, reading is so fundamental to you people. God, just read a fucking book. Even if it has like an accuracy when it comes to history, especially when it comes to Black people, the one thing that I can say to you stupid simpletons is the fact that they talk about treason in a lot of American history books. Okay, that's okay. Let's go back. At the DC hotels before the insurrection, Ryan posted a video of herself taking a Facebook post in the bathroom. We're going to storm the Capitol, she said. According to the complaint, they're going down there right now, and that's why we came here, so we can do what we're supposed to do. Wish me luck. Well, I wish this bitch luck to not sell a fucking house and get unemployed, because the most thing that you can do to a certain demographic of people is hurt their pockets. Mm. Wish her luck. And oh, and by the way, this broad had the audacity, the concacity to even be interviewed on a Texas local news affiliate and say that what she did was nothing wrong. No reason, nothing. She did nothing wrong. Okay. All right. So this is what she says on tape. Mm. Window at the Capitol, and if news doesn't stop lying about us, we're going to come after their studios next. Her tweet read. Sounds like a threat to me. Oh, wait, let's see a picture of this. See you next Tuesday. Let's. Look at her. Look at that. A peace sign over government property. All right. Okay. So, all right. Here's what I have to say a little bit. Arrest all these stupid, inbred, rich, because it's not just the Billies. You can be a rich Billy, by the way. You can be a rich Trisket. The point is, what they're trying to do now is this is funny, funny. Antifa. Those were people that were posed as Antifa. Really? You're going to have thousands of mofos who are going to have a Trump flag and a Confederate flag and a Don't Tread on Me flag dress up as Antifa? Really? Wow. You guys got to be a little bit more creative than this. 57%, you're running out of shit. It doesn't make sense. You know, it you don't. Let's move on, shall we? All right, let's dance. Okay, so see you next Tuesday. We are going to fucking go in here, life or death. It doesn't matter. Here we go, Ryan said in the video. She walked up to the stairs on the west side of the Capitol building. Ryan turned to the camera in her face, and y'all know who to hire for your realtor. Oh, she actually said that. Wait, so I'm totally against our Second Amendment? Really, Big Cat? Just shut up. Really? I'm not against the Second Amendment. Has nothing to do with the Second Amendment. Shut up. Read a book. You're not gonna do that, yo. I'm about to block you for stupidity. Seriously. That has nothing to do with Second Amendment. Really. For real. And this is where I'm going to get into people like yo ass for being stupid. I don't think you've taken a civics class. I don't think you've ever read the Constitution. If you ever been to Washington, D.C., if you ever learned anything about the Second Amendment is not a gun toting affair. Okay? That's not what the Second Amendment is about. So go fuck yourself on that one. And plus, Black people are not able to practice the Second Amendment. Okay? Ask what happened in 1967 when we tried to practice our Second Amendment rights at the courthouse here in California. We weren't coming to shoot people, by the way. It was because the police were killing us here. Okay? So read your history and get back to me. Go fuck yourself. All right, moving on. I'm tired of people saying don't collide that white supremacy shit with what we as Black revolutionaries tried. Okay? I love the fact that people are bringing up something about the Black Panther Party that they don't know anything about. Read the history, okay? Read why. And then and please, you fucking crackers. Yeah, I'm calling some of you crackers. I'm not talking about the 42%. I'm talking about you people, and especially you coons that want to go on here thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. That want to bring up Black Lives Matter. Fuck you. And first of all, Black Lives Matter did not kill an officer, did not invade a capitol, did not. All right? I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to sink Black people into your same puddle of regurgitation and sick shit, but it's not going to happen because we just found out, and the mass majority of people, Black people, knew who you were, but you're trying to seep us into your white supremacy. You've always been violent. You're sick. You're sick people. I mean, come on. You guys used to have the word picnic comes from lynching. The word picnic comes from lynching. Do you not know that? You silly motherfuckers. The word picnic here, pickaninny. Stay away from me, Marcus. But picnics used to be like, let's go see who they're lynching today in the square. We used to be their entertainment. Okay? We used to be the crowd of our bodies being decimated. And still to this very day, we're doing that. So if I have any of you silly mofos in my chat saying some stupid, ignorant stuff, no, you're not going to get blocked. You might get blocked, but I'm gonna light your ass up, and your slave daddy too, or excuse me, slave zaddy. I'm just saying. Moving on. Hi, stay there, friendless fitness. Sorry. All right, moving on. So, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, white man, for giving me the look at. That's not where it comes from. I would suggest you look at the 1906 American definition. Yeah, but that's. I know. Exactly, that's the problem that I have. All right, so let's talk about this stupid cracker that is 33 years old, the Q shaman. So he couldn't eat because he couldn't eat food that wasn't organic. And then the judge gave him the right to get only organic food. Let's read the story. Come on. All right, what about that fucker? I don't, here's something I have to say. Yes, I am engaged to a white man. This has been my love for the past 11 years. He is a white man from the UK. I'm not hiding that. I still care about my people. Why can't I? He agrees with me on the fact of what has happened. I still care about my Black brothers and sisters. And the thing is, like, I know I'm going to get chastised because I'm like, oh no, she's with a white dude, blah, 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 blah. That don't mean I don't care. That don't mean I don't care. What that means is, like, you know what? I went to the UK where he's from and I saw how other Black people live, and it's the same fucking goddamn thing. I got that opportunity to see my people living in the same kind of thing as we here in America are living. All right, so let's find some other white cunts. Oh, by the way, it's juice. It's not, it's like people think like, oh my God, stay away from the alcohol. It's actually a tomato juice, and you can't see it. It's tomato juice with papaya, and I smashed it a little bit, so. I was trying to detox. Oh, right. Do, 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 do. Oh. Let's talk about Larry Elder. I want to talk about Larry Elder. I don't like him at all. These are the black people that we must destroy. Um, oh, he said something about reparations. I don't understand black people like him. Larry Elder, reparations. So, if you guys don't know about Larry Elder, he is a coon. He sucks at life. He basically says that reparations is what is it? I'm trying to look for the latest quote. And by the way, for those who don't know, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, those are called private companies. You can't have, when people talk about free speech, um, that does not coincide with private companies. Please read a book about the fact that when you sign that agreement, everything that is in the little notes before you sign on to that social media, it says those little things, and it is not completely free speech. Now, we do have the right to free speech, but you also do have the free right to free white. Ha 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 ha. The free right to consequence with free speech. Just like when you're on an airplane or in a movie theater, you cannot yell fire or he's got a gun. That's not free speech. So I just want people to actually reread these things. They're out there. It's called Google. It's easier than what we grew up with. As an early millennial, yeah, you got that out there. Okay. All right, moving on. All right, twatter. Twatter. All right. Oh gosh, it has a lot about Larry Elder. Well, basically, uh, this coon was talking about. He was on a what's that? Tucker Carlson talking about reparations again. Black people, and I'm not talking about just ADOS because I have a problem with ADOS as well. I'm talking about people in the diaspora. Why would you go to a white affiliate talking about reparations in the first place? And that white affiliate, and we know who Larry Elder is. He's a see you next Tuesday. Oh, that's a cunt. Whoops, he's that too. But the fact that he's going on Tucker Carlson talking about reparations and saying that basically he said that reparations is for white people who had nothing to do with slavery and black people who did not have any part of slavery. What the fuck does that mean? Well, he's talking about a white supremacy ideology of not accepting what has happened in this country. Um, the capital that those domestic terrorists destroyed, we built that. The War of 1812 and then 1814, when that capital, we built that. We built that, and we rebuilt the White House too. All of Washington D.C. We built that. And for someone to even fathom and say that the these people have nothing to do with the fact of the trauma of slavery, fuck them. No, that's false. No, it's not true. The only people in this country that I feel, in my opinion, and I am part of those people, and a lot of Black Americans will possibly agree with me. The only people that I feel that have gotten the short end of the stick in this country are the indigenous Americans. And before I hear people talk about, like, well, they got their settlements, blah, blah, blah. Actually, no, they did not get their settlements. Hence where the $5 Indian comes from. Their shit was stolen by people who are claiming to be Indian. Or excuse me, they're not indigenous. They would call them Indian. They don't know. That's the problem. White supremacists don't even know where the indigenous come from and they call them Indian when Indians are actually from Asia. That's how retarded. Excuse me on saying retarded. That's how backwoods they are. But it was the indigenous people that actually helped a lot of us Black people. And I know for a fact, my grandfather being of indigenous and what have you, and a lot of us, and I don't like when people make fun of, like, when they say, like, oh, Black people are, oh, they always claim in, like, Native American. First of all, Native Americans don't like to be called Native Americans. We'd like to be called indigenous because that is who they are to this land. Okay, just alone. And first of all, a lot of Black people need to read because you're reading the white supremacy history of what America is. And please, that's what's wrong with us now. And, I don't like what's going on with our people and here in America. I don't like the fact that we are starting to sound a little bit like white supremacy when we're talking about foreigners. Who you talk about foreigners when you talk about Africans or Haitians or Caribbeans? Nigga, don't you know, especially when it comes to the Americas, do you know where the first drop off was? It wasn't here in the North America. You know that, right? Oh, you don't? Oh, let me guide you. The During the transatlantic, Black people were dropped off in the Caribbean and Latin America, as well as in certain parts of the islands. The drop off of the 13% was a key. And when I say a key, that means here in North America. Did you know that Mexico got 13%? The same amount as North America got? Thank you, Marcus. You know, I'm like, read a fucking book or go to a country. I don't know. What's making me mad is my own people here in America that are having this anti immigrant. Who are you? You're taking up, you're using a colonized white supremacy ideology toward your own people? What? And you ain't got a pot to piss in. Who are you? My money says it doesn't matter. What? Oh no. Don't do that. No. No. What I'm saying is the ignorance of us acting this way when we're a lost culture. We need to gravitate as the diaspora. We have power in numbers. And for you and us to even say that, like, foreigner, that is some like white supremacy bullshit. And you're falling into that. And shame on you. Don't you ever, ever, ever call someone like just because they're an immigrant. Nigga, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are to these white people? You're doing the same thing to your own. Shame on you. Do you have not no perspective? Do you not even think? Do you not read? That's the problem. And I'm not just talking about us as a people who don't read. Americans don't read. Obviously, because you see these Trump supporters thinking like it's 1776. No, it's not. We're the British. Oh, thanks, love. See? Like, seriously, like, it's not like 1776. It's not. 1860 is close, but they don't want to say that. You know why? Because they were slaves. They don't want to talk about that. You know, and it just, the collective, and the collective is, you know, Black people, I've been to the Caribbean, I've been to Puerto Rico, I've been to Latin America. They look like us, they sound like us, and they still get beaten upside the head like us. So what's the problem? Mhm. Because their tradition is a little bit different. At least they got a tradition. I mean, I got family from New Orleans, so I am. There's a tradition there. Black people are not a monolith, and that's something that I have to tell a lot of Black Americans. Certain people in Black America, that we are not a monolith. Not all of us come from the same, like, the stereotype of Black people being born with no education, no parents, no father figures. It's a stereotype, but it's also an issue within our community. Okay? We are not all built to be gangsters. I'm not a gangster. I'm from the suburbs. I don't care. I'm from the suburbs. So what? I come from a two-parent home and a child of divorce. Whatever. Being gangster ain't never been attractive. Being gangster has always got you dead or in jail. Not it ain't sexy. Um the fact of the matter that we've glorified that rather than being like some, not all, some, not all. You know, I mean, yes, I get what you're saying. Hustling is what Black people do. We hustle because that's what we have to do. Being gangster is not in, no, gangster and hustling are two different things. All right, let's get that straight. We had to hustle in order to get what we want, and we still hustling. Being gangster, no, leave that to them, because being gangster, that lands you up in jail and no respect. So you need this whole gangster mentality. You ain't no John Gotti. You ain't not nah. Black people ain't never been no gangsters. We've been hustlers. There's a difference. And I'm tired of like this death culture within us and within our community that gangster is something to be prideful of. No, it ain't. No, being gangster ain't that ain't shit ain't cute. It ain't attractive. You're not gonna attract broads like me or smart, intelligent women. You're not gonna get anyone. You're gonna get the same kind of broads or same kind of dudes being that stupid, like stereotype. You're falling into the stereotype of what you want them to do. We're not gangsters. That's not who we as Black people are. We're not that. So I wish people would really stop that. We're not those kind of people. So we need to get that vocabulary out because it's not attractive. Hustling, you can hustle. We hustle. I mean, as Black people, we have to hustle. We have to hustle through white supremacy. That, I mean, oh, my shirt says Donald Trump is a pendejo because he is. And yes, habla español, and I'm trying to speak even más. I used to speak a little bit more Spanish, but I don't speak it as much anymore. So, but I let's find more white people to laugh at, shall we? All right. Do, 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 do. Oh yeah.
It's a white person.
See?
Now with this beard, I look like I'm going to raid the Capitol, right?
Ew.
And that's what's been worrying me about the beard. I mean, like, damn, do I look like one of those?
No.
No, okay.
No, you don't. No, trust me. You don't look like, ugh, I would never. Yeah, you just saw my fiance. Yeah. So, let's see. I was, oh, here's a fun thing. So, Trump supporters are, they're turning against Trump for leaving the White House. Hold on, let me get some water. Woo! All right, I'm Black. So yeah, so Trump supporters are turning against him. Well, good for them. Good for them. Who gives a rat's ass? I really find it funny. I really do. Oh, wait a minute. Someone's under my account. Oh, why are you under my account and using this? Why smoke? Oh God, Smokehouse. Why are you doing this? I don't understand. I see. I see where I'm seeing the difference, brother. What'd I do to you? Hmm? I don't understand why. You know, I get it. I get it. Let's see. He's under me right now, and I'll find him. Whatever. I actually don't want to waste my time. Didn't say anything wrong. I know it's part of the what game? Juvenile gang. What do we get out of doing this? I don't have a Snapchat too. But what do we get out of like trolling each other as black people? What do we get? What's the goal? Who gets paid? Who what shiny diamond do we get? I'm asking because I want to know. We don't get shit, right? There's no goal. Oh gosh, nothing. We don't even get to win a PS5. Darn. What is? I don't get the real. Even if it's hate or shade, I don't understand what. And why is he so negative? That's something I want to ask you. You're always negative. You always try to find something. And I'm not trying to be shady. I'm not, because I stay out of shit. But why what what's your goal? What do you get out of this? You get a hard on? It goes away. I mean, I thought you had a beautiful white queen. I don't know. Like what do you get out of it? I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, it's what's the trolling for? All right, cool. I'm here. Wow. Wow. Did I do something to you? I bet you won't do that to a white man, will you? Mm. I dare you to troll a white CEO, someone like with JP Morgan. I bet you couldn't do that, could you? But you rather troll on your own people. And I don't understand what's going on. I'm trying to figure it out. I really don't. I I mean, it is whatever, but you should actually be trolling like who's that fuck face? You should troll I got some people to troll. The one that got off with shooting Jacob Blake, troll him. That's a good one. Um let's see, who's the other fuck face? The one uh Kyle White Boy Fuckface. You should troll him. He's a good one. You should troll Bake Alaska. He's a racist. That's a good one. Ted Cruz. Pretty easy. I got George Zimmerman. That's a classic. You should troll him, but you're not going to. You taking the easy diet light. I get it. Mm, I don't understand. Like, I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. And pretty soon I'm gonna get like your swirler, blah blah blah, and yeah, the traditional. You, why? You should really use your energy toward white supremacy, but you don't. You know, I may sleep with a white man, but he still fights white supremacy with me. How about you? Um, I don't know. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. I'm black. Yeah. All right. So I'm being trolled right now, I guess. That's cool. Whatever. That means they like me and they hate themselves. Whatever. I don't ever say anything negative too much about people unless you come for me, and then I'm going to come for you. And only people that would come for me, especially, come on. And first of all, ladies and gentlemen, this is fucking YouTube. Really? there's a lot of things out in this great big world other than YouTube. Like, I don't know, different continents? Uh, there I don't and thank you, Big Cat. I don't come for people. That's not my style. That's not I don't jive that way. Never. You come for me if you are a white supremacist. That's when I want you to come for me. Until that, if you certain people want to come for me because you're bored and you just are acting like a stereotype, I got nothing for you. That's your own low self-esteem and uh, you know, you know, whatever. I just like peace sometimes and I don't I don't mess with people that want just drama all the time. That shit's toxic. We already got enough toxicity. Here we go. Toxicity. I can't even say words. Toxicity. Toxicity within our own people. And for this to even like be something so this is child, please. Moving on. Let's find some more crazy white people. Okay. Do, 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 do. Let's see. What can we find today? Uh, mm, mm, mm. Oh, here we go. Here's something fun. Virginia man arrested at DC checkpoint with guns, 500 rounds of ammo. So this Virginia man, who is a non-government issue credential handgunman, he had 500 rounds of ammo, and he was arrested at the U.S. Capitol on Friday after he stopped at the checkpoint. Wesley Allen Beeler, who was 31, was allegedly arrested after presenting officers what was described as a authorized inauguration credential to the Metropolitan Police. So what they're doing right now is, and this is what I was afraid of, they are right now trying to build bombs for the inauguration. And here's what I had to say to that. Please do not go. We're going to have to sit this inauguration out. And first of all, Joe Biden is. Eh, but what they're planning is they're hoping that there are going to be a mass amount of people that are going to go to inauguration this coming up 20th, and so they're putting bombs. They have ammunition. They're trying to do whatever it takes to bomb folks. And Chicago has a shitload. Thank you, sweetheart. um, what we are found out about this person, Beeler's family, Beeler, who had 509 rounds of the pistol and a 21 shotgun shells in the vehicle, was obtained by the Washington police. Beeler's family, the Nazi, told the Washington Post that he was arrested and it was a misunderstanding and was Beeler in the works of a private security. Okay. Private security. You see the ooze of that non-accountability just coming. Yeah. Ugh. The arrest comes just days after the National Guard troops were deployed to Capitol Hill following the January 6th insurrection that left 5 people dead, including the police officer. Okay, here's what I'm going to say about that. minus the one that was pummeled. What happened to Blue Lives Matter, by the way? What happened to that? Blue Lives Matter. Motherfuckers, you know that was, you know that was about shit. Try it. I dare you. I will say, I will give this much. I will salute to the officer that was murdered by that mob of terrorists. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm on Huffington, but not much respect to him. He was beaten by you thought the All Lives Matter tribe. The may All Lives Matter. Oh. But meanwhile, all right, let's move on. Oh, I have something to say too. So recently, there is a sector of Black YouTube. Um, thank you, York. He died from not an allergy. He was beaten by the fire extinguisher. Thank you very much. Not an allergy. But there is a sector like the Brandon Fakums and the Kundis Owens. I just recently, the amazing Lucas. What? Huh? Like he's speaking. Hold on. For those who don't know who the amazing Lucas is, he was a very staunch Trump black fellow person that sounded like, you know, staunch white supremacist Trump supporter. Now, he may be a Trump supporter still, but what I saw from looking at his, and I've been listening to his lives, brother took another turn. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. I do come from a background where there is such thing as a black conservative, and I don't like to say liberal because but I understand conservatives. I do. Old school. Well, that's even hard for me to even swallow because I hate Reagan. I fucking hate that. I fucking hate Reagan. I hate him. I hate him. But because that's also, this is the Frankenstein that built this too. So I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. Okay. Before I get to Amazing Lucas, here's what I got to say about the Republican Party. It's taken us 52 years since 1968 when Nixon came into office. And the Southern strategy switched during LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson. Read about it. It's not that long ago, 1964-65. But the law and order came upon during Nixon in 1968, and he did it again in 1972. Okay, so we are dealing with 52 years of the buildup of the Republican Party, and we'll skip over Gerald Ford, and I like those are the dogs. I do like Jimmy Carter, and Jimmy Carter lost. Oh man, someone's Marcus. Oh, Sorry. Dogs! I got two. One small, one big. That's my homegirl. Yeah. Sorry. I'm doing a YouTube live. Be cautious. I'm doing a YouTube live. Yeah. I don't want to get you in trouble. No, it's daytime. But anyway, so when Reagan was governor here in California, he stopped that shit with the fact of with the Second Amendment, and that is when the rise of the Black Panther Party started in 1966 in Oakland. So please, this is fresh. This is information that is for everyone out there. The point that I'm trying to make is it's taken 52 years and then some. It's taking more than the Republican Party to tell these people that we told you that this was going to happen. Even during the Reagan administration, I was born in the Reagan administration. And this, I'm a millennial, so I was born in the Reagan administration, and that is. Oh yeah, you can. Oh, your hair. Oh my God. That's my homegirl. I'm not gonna get her involved. No, because it's me that's saying the ignorant shit right now. Not ignorant, but facts. But if you lived during the Reagan administration and you know, and by the way, I'm from the suburbs. My grandparents owned their own company and what have you. They still, as tax, they didn't have they had the tax brackets for the Reagan administration, but they didn't vote that way because they were true to their blackness and they were true to themselves. Even I remember in 1988 with Dukakis and what have you. I've always been in touch with politics, and that is why when people say voting doesn't matter, fuck that. Voting does matter. That's your okay. That's how you feel. But voting does matter. In order to play chess and in order to get what you want, you gotta play. And that's how it is. But I'm glad that we're here. Sorry, I had an edible earlier. It's starting to kick in. Whatever. People don't want to listen to people that have knowledge say crazy fuck. Say they crazy fuck them. They can hate. But we need to talk about our people right now. We need to talk about Black people and Black Americans. And actually, not just Black Americans, diaspora. Who are we as Black Americans? And let me just say this. Let me throw this out here. Who are we to say we're the blackest of the black? Nigga, we got our ancestors got raped. Who are we to judge? I don't like the fact. Like I found out like how much the European, and it wasn't by choice. Who are we? You know, we need to have as much allies as the diaspora. Honey, Black Americans, we ain't gonna survive just being by ourselves. We need our Caribbean, the West. The West has nothing but blackness. And we need to tell those Latino brothers and sisters too. And I have an issue. I got an issue with some of yous. You. Yous. Some of you Latinos who want to play black but don't want to be black. Nah, I got a problem with you. I got a problem with you. You're the closest to black than some of us here in the 13 colonies. Who are you to be anti-black toward us, knowing goddamn well the first drop off was right there? Who are you to be anti-black, knowing goddamn well your abuelo and your abuela were darker than me? Who are you? Who are you? We come from the same boat ride. And who are you to think that, no, I'm not black, I'm Dominican? Nigga, you are black. But you hate that. Even here in the States, we have that issue too. But who are you? And when people say I'm Puerto Rican, that doesn't mean anything. Puerto Rican could be another state. And first of all, let's talk about the language. Numero uno, let's talk about the language. First of all, uh, Latin is not a race. Black or white shouldn't be a race. Race was a construct that white colonizationists made for us. And they try to divide us that the whole time. So when you hear Latinos say, like, no, I'm not black, motherfucker, you're more black than us. Okay? You're just trying to deny the fact that just because you habla español, and aquí, cinco años español aquí en la escuela, I can speak Spanish too, motherfucker. I habla, speak. I speak. The thing is, when I hear Latino people tried, and then when I hear, I don't like the I see where this is going, where the dividing of Latinos. And by the way, Latin is that those are countries. Black, there, have you ever, black Cubanos, have you been to Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico should have been the 51st state. Have you been to Puerto Rico? It's sad what they do to the motherfuckers. Don't listen to these fucking whitewashed Puerto Ricans. Go to Puerto Rico and see how they treat niggas. Go to Cuba, see how they treat niggas. Go to Panama, see how they treat niggas. Go to Brazil, see how they treat niggas. Go to Belize, see how they treat niggas. Go to Mexico, Veracruz, see how they treat niggas. They treat us the same way in Espanol. And then, uno momento. And then we go to Haiti, where they speak French, see how they treat niggas. Go to France, see how they treat niggas. It's the same thing. So why, I don't understand why motherfuckers really think here in America that you're the only one, motherfucker. No, you're not. No. Read a fucking book, go someplace and see how they treat us. It's all the same. That is why, as a unit of the diaspora, where we need to coincide together, we have more numbers. We have more by numbers. Read a fucking book about what the diaspora is. And here's another fun fact. Yeah, a lot of African Americans are mixed with some shit. Yeah, you may look dark skinned, but honey, trust me, you got some slave master rape shit into your. That is why that some people look at us, and I'm talking about within the diaspora, they look at us in a certain way. And do I feel proud about that? Fuck no. Not saying that Africa has all different types of colors, and we all do. Black people as a whole are not a monolith. Have you been to Australia? Aborigines are black. Oh my god, it's just like, I've been to Asia and the Thailand, and I've seen like Taiwanese, Afro-Taiwanese people. Like there's so much blackness all over the world. Like, we got numbers, and the fact of the matter that we still buy into the white supremacy ideology. We really need to talk about, we need to really, really have a conversation. We really do. We are not the enemy amongst each other, even if you're immigrant or not. We're not the immigrant or the enemy. White supremacy is the enemy. And when I hear on some of these platforms talking about, like, well, you know, ADOS and blah blah blah. Fuck. What do you mean ADOS? Are we talking about, okay, American? So when you talk about American, does that include Caribbean? Because those are Americas. I'm just saying. Are we talking about, because American descendants, Americas? We need to have a talk, Black people, because we know who our enemy is. So let's stop trying to make the enemy amongst us. Okay, we're wasting time by doing that. We know who the enemy is. Stop trying to make the enemy toward someone who is an Haitian immigrant or whatever. They are still Black to the cops. Don't matter. Don't matter. And what you're doing is you're buying time for white supremacy, because they're going to get you next too. Oh wait, they already got us. But yes, I do vote. I don't give a fuck what everyone says. My grandparents worked very hard. My grandfather was born on a fucking reservation, was pushed off during World War I. My grandmother comes from a well-to-do family, but her father was an alcoholic, and she had to do what she had to do to leave. And then my grandparents did what they had to do, and they did their business, and they put all the Blackness and the boule, because yeah, I have a little bit of boule in me too. I don't give a fuck. I am boule, but I'm still Black. I don't understand this thing about, like, being boule makes you not Black just because you come from a different kind of class system. Now, mind you, I will say there are certain people in the classism of Blackness, coons. I don't like them. We don't. Mm-mm. But I don't like when our people are persecuting ourselves. And I don't like when we talk about homosexuality in that way, where we feel like, mm-mm, I don't like that either. Because there are my gay Black brothers and sisters, and some of them are relatives of mine that got persecuted by white LGBTQ people. Even worse. I don't like when people talk about, like, yeah, I lived in Chicago. I claim Chicago. I claim Chicago. I lived in Chicago for 11 years. I did my damnedest, and I worked very hard on the political system to get, like, I'm anti Rahm Emanuel. When I was there, I worked on Barack when he was senator, and I worked with him during his first during '08, '07, '08. So yeah, I know about Chicago. I know about Tony Periwinkle. Yeah, and then if we want to talk about St. Louis politics, let's talk about, like, William Clay. He didn't do shit for a long time. And then there was who was that one that was there in the '90s? He was a gang. He got my Bouye is not Haitian born. Bouye is a smart. It's originally, yes, the baddest originally. But what's wrong with being Bouye unless you're fighting for your people? There's a difference between being Bouye and a sellout. And no, I'm not. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like my background and a lot of my friends' background comes from different. I grew up around Black people that had two-parent homes, and they weren't rich, but we had something, but we still had to fight. And I don't like this monolith of like Black people had to be on the streets, or like, Black people, we got to be on the streets and blah blah blah. That's not true. That's not true for all of us. Black people are not a monolith. That's something that we need to talk about. We are not a monolith. Ain't nothing sexy about being gangster on the streets, and ain't nothing sexy about being a hustler. I mean, well, hold on. Let me reframe that. There is something sexy about being a hustler when you are hustling for the right kind of. I'm not talking street corner. If you want to hustle to get to that top part, that's what we have to hustle to. But being gangster, that ain't us. Ain't nothing. You're never gonna catch a broad or any of my female friends like me being a gangster. You you're gonna keep getting those ratchet rats. It is what it is. But what I'm saying is I love my people, and I just wanted to just say that we are not a monolith. And I love you all in this chat. And what'd you say? Yeah, I got you, honey. I got you. I'm part Creole. I know what bouillon means, honey. I know what it means, but I know what the new concept of bouillon, what they're trying to say as fancy schmancy, and that goes back to the white supremacy. Oh wait, is that toward me the baddest? I think that's towards someone else. But no, I get you. Yeah, I figured that. Gracias. But the thing is, like, I want to uplift us. I don't care if people think that, I'm with a white man, whatever. So what? It took me many, many men. I didn't choose this path. It's just the way it happened that way. Thank God he was an American white man. God damn. They're ignorant as fuck. But no, I mean, I was talking about the fact like I always wanted to end up with a Black man, but Black men did not like me where I was at the time, and they always went the opposite way. But that's neither here or there. My point is, I support my people. I'm not going to support stupidity and ignorance and fuckface stupid shit. But that is what it is. You talk about Black love, but I'm a sellout. Well, okay. I talk about Black love. I still love my mom. She's Black. I love my family. They're Black. Um, let's talk about how many white girls you've been with, JB Black. Good talk. See, people like you that do that, you're usually the ones that usually end up with some fat Black bitch. I didn't say I was pro Black. I said I love my Black people. What? You can't be with the white man. Yeah. Yeah. I said I love my Black people. JB Black. Oh, sorry. Okay, good for you, JB Black. Good for you. I'm not gonna shit on your don't I'm happy for you. So for you to come at me that way is going to help you? Like what? I said I'm for my people. I can't be for my people? Really? Okay. That's that makes no sense, but okay. I am a woman and my husband is black. Okay. I'm happy for you. Yes, I am with a white man, a white European man, and I just admitted that. I'm with the enemy, and so you're really good at this. Who do you work for, JB? Who's your boss? May I ask? Because it seems like you're probably still with the white man too, if he's your boss. Ooh, wait, but no, I like black love. I just mentioned that, but you want to come out here and be that person, but that's okay. I just said what I said, and I'm admitting to that. I'm a coon. So what makes me a coon other than me being with a white man? Comilla. Why aren't you showing your face rather than your husband's face? Why don't you show your face? Because you're hiding. I don't hide myself. Only people who have low self-esteem and who don't actually you're hiding yourself. So why are you hiding? No, honey, I don't need to watch Hidden Colors. I don't need to watch a YouTube brand. Honey, I read Black history all the time. I'm part of Black history, and yeah. And by the way, if you want to talk about Hidden Colors, do you know what's his face? His wife is biracial, and his mother-in-law is white. So, what's your point, JB Black? JB Black, Tariq Nasheed's wife is biracial, and his mother-in-law is white. So, should I watch Hidden Colors now? Since you're so pro-black, just want to. I'll wait for it. No, okay, all right. JB Black, I suggest you go to Africa, visit the motherland. I suggest you go to Black Latin countries because being pro-black is not just about being with. You can be black and be with a bunch of white supremacists. So obviously, you've not been anywhere, and you're relying on something that is a lie. Yeah, I should go watch Hidden Colors, but um, I travel to find hidden colors and see how Black people are. I think you should too. And you should ask Tariq Nasheed about his wife. Okay? Thank you. Moving on. Good one. That was cute though. You tried. You tried. I know. Keep the cape on, sweetheart. I bet you your black man's been with a white woman before many times. And I'm not saying, and I don't mean, actually, I meant that as a dig, but you come with me with some ignorant stuff. You really should do your research. Okay? JB Black, I'm a coon. Hey, there's this video of Tariq Nasheed when he was in Brazil talking about all the Brazilian women, how prettier and beautiful and more exciting they are in contrast to African American women. You should watch that video. I seen it. I think it's from 2017. I saw that video. Did you? Just, I'm a coon. Can you spell raccoon, JB Black? Okay. All right. Moving on. She obviously has never been outside the country or her county. And I'll drag people like you. I will drag you. But I don't want to because I like you and I think you're lost. I think you're lost because you bought into the white supremacy ideology that you think you are somebody to them, but you are a YouTube historian. Night school, bitch. Okay, I'll stop. Let's talk about white people more, okay? All right, white people, white people, white people. All right. Mm. By the way, let's give props to the government that the dude that killed the brother from Bowie University, he stabbed him back in 2017. He got life in prison. That's hot. Um, Jacob Blake's shooters did not. And here's something that I want to say. I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but I'll say it. In order to get justice, sometimes you have to do what you have to do in order to get justice. It may not be from the Justice Department or what have you, but I'm old fashioned. I believe in a Creole kind of curse, making a doll out of them, poke some holes. That's what I do. If you get on my bad side, I'm like, you're not going to be able to work or your leg's going to be broken. Not by physical, but just cuz. But I feel as we as a people need to focus our energy not amongst our own, but amongst those who hurt us. Right, JB? Focus that energy toward those that hurt us, not those who are for us. And so, I'm going to leave this and I got to go because my homegirl is waiting for me in the backyard. We're about to barbecue. I just want to say that we as Black people really need to, the diaspora, that's our family. You never turn back on family. Okay? We got to do this mafioso style. We're not gangsters, we're hustlers. Gangsters, real gangsters don't turn away their family. We've turned away our family for so long. We're not gangsters. We need to use each other as a way to get what we want by numbers and get, I mean, come on, man. It always works by numbers. And let's stop this like immigrant stuff. That's some white supremacy shit, okay? Who are we to talk about immigrants? What? That's the same thing that they would say to us, go back to Africa. Motherfucker, you go back on the Mayflower, bitch. Who are you? Oh, wait, Europe doesn't want them back. But no, the diaspora, and you need to think about this ADOS. When we talk about ADOS, American descendants, the Americas, we get more money. Think about this. We get more money when we talk about the Americas DOS, because that way you're getting money from England, You're getting money from Germany and France. And France owes a lot, and especially when it comes to Haiti. Think about this when you say ADOS. I'm for reparations. I'm for the West. Aquí, here, the West, us getting our money. Let's get paid for real. When we talk about North America, those are shillings. We're not getting shit. Let's talk about the Bank of London, shall we? Do your research. That's all I'm saying. All right. Bye, you guys. I'm off. I gotta go hey, spend some time with my friend. And yeah, this is cool. I should do this more in the day. I should. And last thing I got to say, you look I'm not from Brooklyn. I'm actually originally I'll tell you where I'm from. I'm originally from Springfield, Missouri, 30 minutes south from Arkansas. My grandparents integrated Catholic schools in the state of Missouri. I moved out of Springfield in 94 when I was 11. I moved to St. Louis. Moved to St. Louis, Missouri, high school years, and then went to college and went to art school in Chicago and stayed in Chicago for 11 years. In Chicago, I fell in love with Chicago. I love Chicago is my heart. I love Chicago. I'm a Midwest girl. I live here on the West Coast. I live in San Francisco. People are soft. They're soft. They're soft compared to where I come from. But the neighborhood that I live in is an a black neighborhood where there is still, and my homegirl, one of my besties, she knows what she's talking about. We got some power here where I live. So I like that. So I lived in different areas of in life. So I can say that I've lived in a small town, I've lived in the hood, I've lived in the suburbs. Um, I know all walks of life as a black woman. And trust me, I do. Now, call me a coon then. Wait, did she say anything? Oh no. Oh gosh, darn. I guess I'll play some Prince now. Sadness. I'm fucking with people. Bye. Vicky, say Vicky.